The Al Travis Show, the last place you can go and hear all sides. Respectful, thoughtful, and grateful.
We've got the voice of Central Minnesota. He's Jay Caldwell. Jay, how are you doing, my friend?
Good, Al. How about you?
Pretty good. It was a strange weekend. I thought some of the sports I watched were fantastic. I mean, good for the sports, that sort of thing. But kind of lost my way with the Minnesota Twins yesterday. I was there, 7-1 lead. Lit a cigar, said what a nice, enjoyable day to watch a trouncing of, the Houston guy. And, wow, 3 hours later, I was like, what just happened? Yeah, don't like that.
Yeah, Chris Paddock gave up some runs, and that got it closer, and then they chipped away, and then got that 2-run home run in the ninth inning.
Yeah.
And they had all the momentum, took it into the 10th, and that was enough. That's a tough loss to take for sure. Because it looked like they were going to take 2 out of 3 from Houston, and now they're back to 3-6 and looking up at everybody in the standings.
Yeah, and again, it's the idea that, how do I put it? The bats were great. Everybody's rolling right along. You had 7-1 lead, and then the bats just stopped, and the pitching came in, and like you say, little by little, they just chewed away. And it highlights again my absolute hatred of the 10th inning tie put a guy on second base. Oh, I hate that in baseball.
Yeah, well, in yesterday's game, that wouldn't have mattered. They got 2 runs.
Oh, yeah. No, but you get my point. It's like, really, here we go. It's dodgeball. It's sixth grade, what do they call it, T-ball. So I'm not a fan.
The game along. I mean, just like that pitch meter, that the pitch clock.
I love the clock. I love the clock.
Like that part of it. See,
they have to speed the game up. But I throw this out. Was it Jack Zimmerman earlier today? We used to talk a lot of NASCAR, him and I. You'll sit through 500 laps of a NASCAR race, hopefully for a crash or something. But the entire thing comes down to the end, right? Pushing and shoving the whole last 5 laps are what's important in a NASCAR race. Isn't that the same in baseball? The idea you get to the end, well, let's just wrap this thing up, kind of gets rid of the purpose of why you're playing the game. Play it with the rules you got. And yeah, I looked it up. Oh, I'm going to forget the date now. A 17-inning game is Minnesota's longest ball game. Happened in like 98 or something like that. How cool is that? Every inning you come up, 17 innings of ball games. Now it decimates your team. You have no pitching left the next day. Yeah. But that was baseball of old. I'm sorry, let's get it done didn't happen in 9 innings. Let's just wrap this thing up. Why don't you call it a tie like they do in hockey and move on?
Yeah. Well, see, that would be the argument. But yeah, that record for 17 innings with this new rule, what are the chances that they could ever exceed that? I'm thinking you're not going to break that record.
I completely agree with you, 100%. I absolutely do. Well, and then are you a hockey guy?
I like hockey. I mean, I think I'm more basketball than hockey, but I like both sports.
All right, this Ovechkin 895, beating the great one out. I'm not going to go with that. He is Wayne Gretzky, the greatest hockey player of all time. He has been for 35 years of the 60 that have been on the planet. I'm not going with Ovechkin now. Nothing against him. Good for him. But I hate when records like that get broken.
It's one of those that, you and I are around the same age, that we would probably prefer Jordan over LeBron.
Yep.
And my kids would argue that LeBron is better. They'd argue Kobe is better. And I'm like, well, Jordan, you didn't see Jordan, so you can't put them up against each other.
Thank you.
And I think the same kind of thing applies to what you're just talking about here, is that I'm going to say Gretzky, you're going to say Gretzky, but a younger generation might say Ovechkin.
Yeah. So are there any records anymore in any sport that are untouchable? Lou Gehrig, the Iron Man, maybe, because these guys don't play hurt anymore.
Well, Cal Ripken broke that. So, I would say Ripken's record for most games played in a row, I would say that's going to be tough to beat.
But any others? I mean, I just think everything's out there. No one thought Gretzky's would ever be beat, and here's Ovechkin, and he's not done playing yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, guys are in better health. They can play longer in their careers. So I suppose that's that longevity part of it, like any kind of counting stats like that. Those things are all going to be in jeopardy.
Yeah, I agree. And that makes me sad as an old man. Real quickly, let's do the NCAA men's tournament quick. The games were fantastic. That's kind of like my thought on this. I don't even mind because I don't really care much about any of these teams. But a 79-73 Florida win, I called it, makes me happier. That's a great ball game. 6 points in a men's basketball game, good game. The other side, I wanted Duke to win, and they lose by 3, kind of totally collapse to Houston. But another great game to watch. And I've been comparing it, Jay, to the women's side, UConn down South Carolina, 82-59. There's no compelling reason to continue to watch the game unless you're just a complete UConn fan.
Yeah, that wasn't close. That's not what you want. I mean, you want close games to try to lure in additional fans. And I think men's Final Four did do that, although it was looking like Duke was going to win that game easy. And then Houston came storming back. They won the game, and it sets up for, I don't know who's going to win tonight's game between Houston and Florida. I just hope it's close.
Yeah, and that's kind of, again, my point. It makes this college basketball what it's supposed to be. I give the Duke guy credit, the flag kid. When this was all done and everybody's picking Duke to win this whole thing, and he's 18 years old, he did as good a press conference as I could have seen. There was no crying. He gave all the kudos to Houston, and we'll do better next time. That flag kid's going to be worth something someday.
Well, he'll probably be the first overall pick in the draft if he decides to leave Duke.
I hope he doesn't. I think he wants to come back and avenge Duke. His money will come. He does not have to. And I got to presume they're giving him NIL money. He's not poor.
Right. Yeah, he'll definitely get paid whether he stays in college or goes to the NBA. But, boy, it'd be hard to turn down the price tag you'd get to be the first overall pick.
No, you're right. It would be very hard. Let's switch topics real quick. Do you feel good about your Minnesota Timberwolves getting in? Well, they're going to be in the playoffs, but you're going to be in the top 6, so they don't have to do a play-in, do you think? They sit here one game out.
I would say they got to run the table. They got 4 games left. Milwaukee may not have Giannis tomorrow night. And then the big one is Thursday when they play Memphis, because that's one of the 3 teams they're tied with for 5th. Yeah. So got to beat them. And then the last 2 this weekend are against teams that are checked out, Brooklyn and then Utah. Utah's the worst team in the league. So winning all 4 is certainly attainable. But, yeah, that's if you win 3, maybe that puts them out of the play-in. But, man, I would think you got to, if you want to assure that, you got to win all 4.
And here's my old man take on this whole thing. Literally, those 4 teams tied at 18. There's a team, the Nuggets, at 17 and a half games back. You tell me, Jay, looking back at the last 80 ball games we played, could you find 1 or 2 ball games where we just stopped playing or did not show up? And had we won those games, we're talking about trying to take over 3rd spot with the Lakers. All 82 games matter, and we let a lot of them just go away. And now they're tremendously important.
Right. And, well, all those things considered, though, Al, the other way to look at it is that it doesn't matter. Once you get in the playoffs, it's just a matter. And you could win 1 road game. Let's say they're a 6 seed and they win the first game of the series. They've taken a home court advantage just like that in 1 game. So, and it'd be nice to see Denver again, right? Because the Wolves always seem to
we have their number.
Denver. That's a team they could play in the first round.
It's going to be interesting. We got 4 games to go. Jay, I love having you on the program. I thank you for taking time out of your day to do it with me. I appreciate you a ton.
No problem, Al.
All right. Jay Caldwell, voice of Central Minnesota.
Dust from livestock buildings can be